Hello, hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise. This is Samutari. It tells me there's a sale going on. Discounts, markdowns. Oh my gosh! Oh, but I already did the sale. That's stupid. Anyways, yeah, so welcome back to Monster Hunter Rise. So off screen, I actually went ahead and did a couple of the missions, like the little quests that we got the last time. And one of the things I ended up doing is I tried to put an Azuros to sleep. And let me tell you, so I was looking at all the ammo, right? Because I've never tried weapons like light blowgun, heavy blowgun. I've never even tried the bow. And I heard that the bow was like really interesting in the way like you had to manage the ammo and stuff. So I decided to give those a try. I literally tried every single one of them. I tried light blowgun, heavy blowgun. Let me just say the heavy blowgun, like, I don't know. It's just a gun. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And as for the bow, I just felt like I was doing, like, no damage. And it was so weird to use because I'm always up in monsters' faces. Anyways, and trying to put the Azuros to sleep was impossible because I bought, like, the sleep coating, and I bought the ammo, but it was just, I don't know, it wasn't working. And so I ended up having to use drugged meat that finally the Azuros ate. I also had to get a picture of a Bombadgy exploding and letting out its gas, and that was, I don't know, it was something else.
Oh, hello.
So anyways, we still have to capture a Mizitsune and a Rathalos. I love Mizitsune, and I just cannot wait to fight this thing. So the thing is I think we should just capture it. Let me see. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had traps ready. So we might as well just capture it just so that we, you know, kill the two birds with one stone sort of thing. But Mizitsune is an amazing monster, and oh my gosh, its theme, its look, like, I just love everything about it. I might not love fighting it so much, just because it moves a lot, but oh man, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous monster. But anyways, you already know the routine, so now that we have our mission and now that we've eaten, let's go ahead and depart.
Light blue bubbles, reflecting the moonlight. Fragile and ephemeral, like flowers blooming at night. Traces of a creature, graceful in its precision. Noble yet beguiling, an entrancing vision.
Mizitsune is one of those monsters that is beautiful. Like, it's not one of those ones that I'm like, oh man, that's so cool. No, this monster, freaking gorgeous. Like, I don't know, I just think it's a gorgeous design. Like, I just wanna meet whoever, like, made Mizitsune and just be like, wow. Like, this monster, stunning. Like, absolutely gorgeous, just stunning. I don't know, there's just something about it. I love it. And its theme, like, oh my gosh, I cannot just emphasize to you, like, its theme, pretty. Pretty. Wow. Oh god. I forgot. Soapy bubbles. So Mizitsune has these different colored bubbles, and the thing is Mizitsune will kind of like help you out in a way, because these bubbles, oh shit. Oh, these bubbles not only make you slidey, but the different ones, like the green ones right here, like they will actually give you health if you run into them. Same with the red ones, you can actually get a buff to your attack. So, Mizitsune is one of those monsters that, while it is annoying, can be very annoying, you can also be aided by it. Which, I don't know if I agree with whether or not that's like a good thing or a cool thing. It's one of those things where I kind of feel conflicted. I don't really feel like the monsters should help you in any way, shape, or form. I think that kind of defeats the purpose of you are fighting a monster. So I don't know why it does that. Also, Roto and I found out something interesting about the Mizitsune. If it's like fins get red or something, whenever it's mad, that actually will tell you its gender, which is interesting. So I don't know. It's in the entry about Mizitsune. It's in the hunter's notes. But we were reading that at one point, and oh man, I hate the narrow caverns. I shouldn't have ran it in there. But yeah, like the way its fins get red and stuff actually will tell you the gender of Mizitsune, whether it's a male or female. But I kind of forget which one it is. Ooh, did I get the tail? Did I get the tail? No? Damn. You can chop off Mizitsune's tail. I know that it's harder to do. Or if you break its tail, maybe that's where you get the purple fur. There's a very specific, like, part of Mizitsune, like, and I do think it has to do with the tail, that you can get. So, and I know that this was an issue for a while. Mizitsune's weapon is one that I absolutely want. So I want the Mizitsune line, for sure, because, the blade is just so...
Wonderful work, my friend.
So pretty. It is one of my favorites. So... It's already running? Damn. But yeah, the Mizitsune blade is one of my favorites. It's my main water weapon. So it's one that I actually use quite frequently. Nice! We did it, boys. We did it.
Myself, thank you.
Let me take that. No, don't attack me. Ah, fuck. But yeah, anyways, oh god, I hate this water blast. So the water blast is definitely one of those things that you really just want to have a, you really just want to have freaking, the wire bugs for, because it's really annoying. It's annoying to try and dodge, well, like that. And then, of course, it, ups the damage that you take by water attacks, which isn't helpful when you're fighting Mizitsune.
It's all over for you!
But no, anyways,
Some humans could learn
I
from you.
freaking, what was it? I'm slurred. Oh, there we go, word salad, sorry. But no, I tried light blowgun, I tried bow the other day. I was just kind of playing around with weapons, because I had tried the hammer the other day, and I was like, man, I really should try, like, other things. Because obviously, like, my main weapons that I've used, have been, you know, longsword, insect glaive, those ones are my favorite. I tried hammer the other day, it was not as fun as I imagined it was going to be, which was pretty disappointed, all things considered. Because, like I said, I always thought it looked really fun. And then it ended up just not being as, like, neat as I imagined. Bow was interesting, and I can see the appeal in it, especially when you're in a group. But for solo play, I was just not having a good time. But yeah, for bow, I was just not having a good time at all. All those attacks. But yeah, I was just not having a nice time of it, and, aw, you ruined my spirit blade. Even with light blowgun, like I said, it is just a gun. Like, I don't know how else to put that, like, it is just a gun. There's no blowgun to it. You are literally carrying a mini cannon. And so I was kind of laughing about that, but I literally tried all these weapons just in an attempt to put an Azuros to sleep. Because, like, the last time I took, because the last time I tried, or I did the quest for the Azyros, it was just by luck that we got it weak enough that it had fallen asleep to try and recover some of its HP. But the problem with that is I'm killing monsters so fast this time, and I wasn't doing multiplayer, obviously. Haha, did you see that? Did you see that wall run to get away from that water blast? Woo! But anyways, I freaking,
I put down a trap! Brace yourself!
No. Anyways, come over here. Come over here. Come on. Over here. Come over here. Come over here. Come on. Don't run away. Come over here. Hey. Mrs. Sune. Come on. Come on. Over here. Thank you.
Now's our chance!
But anyways, the last time I put an Azyros to sleep, like I said, we just kind of like had this like chance that it had put itself to sleep. But yeah, it had put itself to sleep, so I really didn't have to worry too much about it. And,
Good job, my friend.
freaking, I took a picture of it while it was trying to recover its health. Well, this time it was just me, and I'm killing monsters so fast, they usually don't have a chance to, like, run away and go to sleep. A lot of the times they don't run away at all. And so I was really conflicted, and I was like, oh, I'll just try these different weapons and use these ammos to put it to sleep. No, it wouldn't let me use any of the ammos. I don't know if it's because of the level or whatever, or the rank that I'm at. Wouldn't let me use the ammos. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. Ended up having to use drugged meat instead. Took 6 tries to get it to work. Like, it was a nightmare, dude. Hey, Samitari, got some big news for you.
Yeah.
An Amaldron was spotted near the shrine ruins. It's rarely seen outside the mountains. This must have something to do with the rampage. At any rate, we can't have this thing near Kimura. We have to stop it before it gets any closer. And as a proud hunter of Kimura, you're tasked with taking it down. The urgent quest has been registered with Hinoa. We're counting on you now, so get to it. Alright, who wanted me to capture the Mizitsune? I believe it was in here. Yeah, I think it was in the hub. Yep, thanks for helping me out. Alright, can't thank you enough for helping me with my request. Seeing a Mizitsune was just the spark of inspiration I needed. I finished my crane in no time. I was going to surprise you with it until I was told it's too big to have in here. It would have been a shame just to scrap it, so I put it in my house. Apparently, though, Nakago and Master Hammond saw it before I took it down and were struck with inspiration of their own. If you want to check it out, why not pay them a visit? So we have the origami axe. So all these quests are for weapon skins. They're not even for weapons, per se. They are for, like, a layered armor. Which is kind of neat. Let's see if we've unlocked the Mizitsune line. Because I really, like... Let's see. Yep, Mizitsune tree. Oh, I need another Mizitsune claw, but look at this blade. Like, this is beautiful. Like, I love this. So yeah, I'm gonna add this to my wish list because, like, oh, I love this. Rathian tree would be good for poison, but I don't have that. There's still not a lot that I've unlocked yet. Magnum Mallet?
Haste makes
Can I make
waste.
Magnum Mallet?
Take
No?
all the time you need.
Well, crap. I'm gonna add that to my wish list, too. Freaking the Magnum Mallow. The Death Stench tree is something that I need to keep up on, just because it's gonna be good to have that powerful dragon-type weapon. Because the problem with dragon types is that once you get into killing elder dragons and you're getting their swords are really cool looking, but usually there's like a catch. They're powerful, but at the same time, the issue is that they, the issue with them is that they, have, like, random sharpness. So, like, sometimes the sharpness is just not going to be, what you want out of it.
See you later.
Anyways. So the sharpness is kind of questionable on some of them, and so you have to, like, weigh whether or not the power of them is worth it, so...
It's It's a good
Oh,
day for
Samatari, I've been waiting for you. An urgent quest has just come in. This time you're up against an Amuldron. This monster's a real stick in the mud and loves to fight dirty. Literally. But I know you're no stranger to getting your hands dirty, so get out there and win this mudslinging contest.
A special quest has been added.
Amuldron. A little
Careful
6-star
out there.
quest. Amuldron is an interesting monster. It's essentially like a sand or mud, a muddy somnicanth. Amuldron is another design that is just really, really cool. I really love its design. However, I despise any monster that uses mud and, like, goes underground. So Amuldron is really awesome, but is a pain in the neck, especially at higher ranks. So it's a lovely monster. Like, I think this monster design, like I said, it's just epic. Not as epic as Mizitsune or anything like that, but it is a really neat design. But it is a pain in the ass. Anyways, now that we've eaten, like I said, you already know the routine. Let us go ahead and depart.
Playing in the dirt after a hard day's work. A grumpy old beast rises from the murk. Be gone! Be gone! A booming voice resounds. None shall ever enter this creature's holy grounds.
So Amuldron, one thing about Amuldron is that freaking tail. Its tail is like a hand. It uses it like an appendage it can use to grab shit. And, oh man. And like I said, it can create those giant mud pillars, which are not only an obstacle, but mud, of course, can, like, it just slows you down in general. So Amuldron is just, like I said, it's a pain to fight. It's not a fun fight. Oh man, and the thing is like, you'll hear me say that a lot about a lot of monsters where I'm like, it is not a fun fight. I don't know, I've noticed that in the Monster Hunter community, there are people that just like, are like, oh man, I love this monster, and they say that about like every single monster, and then you have people like me that are like, oh man, this is a cool monster. But this fight really sucks. And the thing is like, I don't want me saying that this is not going to be a fun fight. I don't want this to obviously discourage anybody. For me, it's just, like, I guess it's, like, skill issue, you know? Like, I guess, like, I could just laugh it off and be like, oh, it's just a skill issue, really. I don't really see it that way. I don't think I have, like, an issue, per se, fighting these things. But like I said, there's certain things that I consider fun. There's certain, I guess, mechanics that I consider fun. And then there's obviously ones that I don't. I don't like monsters that go underground, obviously, because they are challenging. But also, I just think some monsters are way too gimmicky. And Amuldron with his movements and just the ability to go underground on top of everything else, and his mud waves, especially when he hides his body. When he can hide most of his body and you can't hit a good majority of it, and like I said, these platforms, which, like I said, helps you with the mud waves. There are parts of this fight that are really cool. In low ranks, I think Amuldron's really neat. His armor is frustrating, because that tail is so armored and stuff, and obviously, like, like that. His tail is so armored, and is obviously, like, the part you're wanting to hit. Especially, like I said, if you're trying to get the tails for whatever reason. But yeah, in lower ranks, Amuldron is not terrible. And the game does really well, teaching you mechanics. Like I said, Rise, everybody's gonna tell you, anybody that's a Monster Hunter fan is gonna tell you, Monster Hunter Rise, very easy. Now, when they say very easy, they literally are only speaking in terms of Monster Hunter. Because I wouldn't say that... Whoa, I wouldn't say that Rise is easy. I think saying that Rise is easy, especially given some of the fights, especially the boss fights, is highly insulting. So... Oh, this monster. You dick. Anyways. So one thing you can do with a Moldrin is you can actually trick him into going onto solid ground. That will help you a lot. Now, whether he, like, I don't know. Like I said, you have so few, sorry. I can't speak today. You have so few opportunities to hit his tail when he is freaking, when he's underground, under the water. So you can actually try and get him on solid ground. Whether or not he cooperates is something else entirely. Oh yeah, and he can pick up these giant mud balls. And they will hurt. So when he has one of these, be careful. Okay. Alright. But yeah, I think saying that Rise is easy, like I said, is not accurate because there are parts to Rise that are extremely frustrating and that are actually pretty difficult. So I think that when people say that Rise is easy, especially for those that have not played Monster Hunter before, I think they really need to specify that Monster Hunter Rise is only easy in terms of a Monster Hunter game. I do not think that it is fair to call it easy when it may not be easy to everybody. And that's just my opinion. Especially for me, I started with Rise, and the thing is like, yeah, nowadays I can be like, okay, I get the mechanics, I get the whatever. And since then, I have played other Monster Hunter games. So obviously, I see how... I see how Monster Hunter... Nice! I see how Monster Hunter Rise is seen as easy, because I've played, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, I've dabbled in, one of the Japanese PSP games. Like, obviously, I see the difference in the challenge. And yeah, Monster Hunter Rise, by a long shot, is a lot more accessible. It is a lot more beginner-friendly. So yeah, but like I said, I don't really think it's fair to just say, "Oh man, this game's easy." I don't really necessarily agree with that. Now I could capture a Moldrin, but I think I'm just gonna kill it. Oh. Yeah, I know, I'm in your swamp, Shrek. Jesus Christ. Leave me alone, sir. I get it, you're mad. I chopped off your tail, you're angry about it, it happens. Whoa! Ow! Rude. Oh, give me that vase of vitality. Where are you running to? Why are you running? Come back here. But yeah, that's just kind of my spiel. Because I was watching a video the other day where they're like, oh man, Monster Hunter Rise is just so easy. And I'm like, well, yeah, like in terms of Monster Hunter, it's easy. But I don't know, I think the word easy is not really the correct word to use in the context. I think that you should say, I think one should say Monster Hunter Rise is easier than other Monster Hunter games, because then you're not implying, like, it is easy. Because saying that it's easy, especially if someone comes into this game and then has trouble with it because they've never played a Monster Hunter game before, I think it would discourage them from wanting to play other Monster Hunter games, because they'd be like, oh man, if Monster Hunter Rise is considered easy, then, I obviously wouldn't be able to play like other Monster Hunter games because I'm struggling with Monster Hunter Rise. So I think the better thing to do is just to say, hey, Monster Hunter Rise is best for beginners because the learning curve is a lot better. And it teaches you how to, like, the mechanics of Monster Hunter in a way that is a lot more friendly. But it's still challenging. It has really powerful bosses, and it has some monsters that are staples to the game, like Rathalos and stuff, and also on top of that, it has a good story. So yeah, I definitely think saying that it's easier or that it is the best for beginners would be better language for Monster Hunter Rise than saying, oh man, it's easy. Because what is considered easy and hard is kind of like subjective. Because like me, I find platformers easy. I love platformers. Platformers are like my favorite types of game. But I think fighting games are hard. I don't like fighting games. They are not my favorite by any means. I just don't like them. I just end up, like, button mashing. I think the only fighting game that I actually ever liked was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, and I have 2 versions of that game. But then when I tried Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi, I hated it. I was like, oh man, this game sucks, because it was so different from Budokai 3, and it was so much more difficult, and I was like, I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand this at all. So yeah, I don't know. I definitely prefer Budokai 3, but outside of that, what was it? The only other fighting game I, like, really enjoyed was, Yu Yu Hakusho. Freaking, Yu Yu Hakusho's, like, Dark Tournament or whatever. I don't think I tried any other, like, fighting games without a friend, like, oh, and Super Smash Bros. Of course. I liked Super Smash Brothers because, of course, everybody, like, freaking does. And that's because I can play as, like, Kirby and Yoshi and totally cheese everything. But I don't think outside of that I've played any other fighting game.
Farewell, monster.
Because, again, it's not something that is my style. Oh, I forgot a monster part over here?
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know why I went on that rant, but I don't know. I just feel like it was important. Because like I said, I don't want to ever discourage somebody from trying a game that they may or may not be good at. And I also don't, if there's a game that's like a multiple in a series, I don't ever want to discourage anybody else by saying like, oh, this is the easiest one. If you can't do this one, you can't do the rest, because everybody's different in the way that they play games and what they find easy and what they don't find easy, so it's okay for games to be challenging. Even my character's like, I got so muddy. Every time I get the dung symbol and it's like, fertile mud or golden muck, I'm like, nah, it's poop. Could have just used a water droplet, but nah, you used poop. Well, well, Samutari, nicely done. I should have guessed an Amaldron was no match for you. Hinoa has 6-star quests ready for you now. Go check them out. Before you run off, have you tried any of the quests that old Haj and Minoto have for you in the Gathering Hub yet? Quests there are a bit tougher, but you're not afraid of a little challenge, are ya? Didn't think so. With skills like yours, you need to aim higher. Now get to it, and may the fires of success burn bright for you. Ooh, my Meowcenaries have returned. Holy crap. So many quests.
Welcome to my
Good
shop.
tidings. I've stocked special select new items. Nice.
Come back anytime.
Gimme them new items. Alright.
I've got some great
Ooh,
bargains.
demon drug. Don't mind if I do.
Well done.
Okay, well, the seeds are fine too.
Have a look
Let's see what
around.
he has. Oh, he sells cleanser now? Nice. Ooh, this is what I want. Power charm? Yes, please.
Excellent
Armor charm?
purchase.
Yes, please. That'll help exponentially. So power charm and whatnot, an amulet that strengthens attacks, just carrying this gives you demonic strength, and armor charm. So this will help us. We can obviously only carry one, and eventually you can actually upgrade it into something else. So it does take up inventory space, obviously, which is a little frustrating, but, you know, it's a tit for tat sort of thing. You have my many thanks for your everly... Basically, he's like, here you go, take a small gift.
Thank you for your
Yay,
patronage.
thank you.
Bunny Dongo already
Thanks again for
tasted
taking
that.
care of the urgent quest with such urgency. Not to mention you saved a bunch of villagers a trip to the cleaners. I can recommend a good place, by the way. Anyways, I know Elder Fugan already told you, but I'm obligated to repeat it. You are now able to take 6-star quests. There are so many quests here, perfect for a formidable warrior like yourself. Hunt all the monsters, or take a bath. Either way, I'll be waiting here for my order of Bunny Dongo to arrive. But before I start stuffing my face, care to have a look at the quest
Make
list?
sure to check the special quest as well.
Oh man, we have another special quest. Ugh. Okay. So on our 5-star quest, we still have to capture a Rathalos. They want us to hunt a Kezu and Somnicanth if we want to finish the lists. And I'll do these on my own time, just because they're not necessary. I will end up doing the Rathalos. We'll probably do that next. Ooh. Okay, so these are what we saw in the hub. So now we have access to Gossarog, Tigrex, Diablos. Ew, fight a Magnamallow and a Zinogre. Man, that's rough. But yeah, so we obviously have access to the 6-star quest. None of these are essential at the moment. And then we have our special license test, which wants us to hunt a Rathalos, Zinogre, and an Emoldrin. And that'll put us at Hunter rank 4. So we're probably going to end up doing that. We'll probably end up doing that after we fight Rathalos. So... Blah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of these quests. And once I pick up some of these quests, we will get back to it with capturing our Rathalos. Alright, and we are back to where we were before. Sorry, I went out to lunch with my dad, just to spend some time with my family, so
The special quest has been
now we're
added.
gonna have to get back to where we were before. Alright, so we are going to capture this Rathalos, which, I don't know, Rathalos is in the air a lot, so I'm wondering how that is going to work out. So first we're gonna manage some of these items. I did do some of the side quests while I was out, or at least started them. I got the rock flowers for the Argosy, did a couple other things, but nothing like too massive. I just wanted to get some of that out of the way. I still need to get the other ingredients for the Argosy, including a king rhino and 3 bismuth crystals, but those will just take a moment, and I really just want to finish these quests for the Rathalos and stuff. But I am excited that we are finally fighting a Rathalos. Let's see if you have...
May I help?
I want those trank bombs, please. Unfortunately, I just don't have enough. So...
Oh.
Ooh, I get free items?
Again.
Thank you! Alright, so, as always, we have eaten, we have chosen our quest, and now it is time for us to depart.
A cave of crimson, flames billowing high. That is where he makes his nest. Best to not go nigh. Fire scorching the earth, rains down from the sky. When His Highness sets his eyes on you, it's time to say goodbye.
I shan't lose!
Alright, that is the cover art monster from the original Monster Hunter, Rathalos. I know that some people, I saw a video the other day that I haven't watched yet, but someone was talking about how they were showing that they had fought Rathalos in every generation of Monster Hunter. And I think that's really cool when you have that staple monster in every series, or that staple element in every series. I just love to see stuff like that. Holy crap, is Rathalos fighting Magnum Malo? It looks like it. I mean, that's interesting. Huh. We could actually probably, we could go to, Subcamp 1, and then get some of those, see if we can get those bismuth crystals. Since we're already here, kind of like knock out 2 birds, 1 stone. There we go.
Keep it up.
Bismuth prism, but I don't want the prism. I want the crystals. Oh, but this is gonna give me like a big ol' bismuth chunk. I don't want that. I just want the actual like crystals. So let's see. Sniff them out. Gathering. Bismuth prism. This way we know where they're all located.
Let us move.
And I know it's gonna be a pain, but it's like if it gets too boring, I'll just cut it out, I guess. But no, I actually had a really good time with my dad. My dad's one of those types where he loves, and I mean he loves. He loves finding new places to eat, and he has like, he's one of those guys that just knows everything about like town and stuff. You could ask my dad just all sorts of questions about like where the best places to go, what new places are opening up. But yeah, he picked me up and he was just like, oh, I want to take this one road today, because we were heading to like a different part of town. And I was like, why are you taking that road? And he goes, oh, because they're opening up a whole bunch of new businesses. And I was like, okay. I was actually quite surprised. So, someone is calling me, and I am disturbed, because I don't know who it is or what they want. Hopefully they leave me a message. So I said I wanted bismuth crystals, but this is just giving me like normal crap, so I don't know why. Granted, we have to mine ore anyways, but I don't know why my dog is choosing to take me to all these places when I just want the bismuth crystals. I've been lied to. I've been lied to.
A major step forward.
Ruin, I told you to sniff out the bismuth. All I wanted was the bismuth. I'll just go to these last few places and then, like I said, just call it a day, because I haven't found any of the bismuth crystals yet. Ooh, spitter. It's a spitter. Ooh, the puppet spider. That is the one I want. So, Rhoda was making fun of me the other day because I was like, ooh, I found your favorite item. And he's like, oh, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, it's the marionette spider. And he's like, huh? And I was like, no, you use it all the time. And this motherfucker tried to gaslight me. And I was like, no, you use it all the time, you know? And he's like, no, I don't. And I was like, no, you do. Like, you do use it all the time. So it turns out there are 2 spiders. There is the marionette spider, which will drag a monster into a trap. And then there's the fucking puppet spider, which will, there's the puppet spider, which then allows you to mount the monster. And I didn't really realize that there was a difference, because I use endemic life. Like, that's not to say that I don't use endemic life, but I hardly ever use endemic life, just because, like, I don't know, I just don't think about it, and I don't grab it, and, you know, it is what it is. But this motherfucker was just like, no, I don't ever use that item. And I'm like, yes, you do. I see you use it all the time. I started to panic. And he's like, no, I don't do that. And I'm like, no, you do. starting to like, I was like, what are you talking about? You do though. No, he do. It's just, he started laughing and I was like, what are you laughing about? And he's like, you. And I was like, why? I was like, what is so funny? And he's like, oh. And he's like, do you want to know the item's name that I'm always using? And I'm thinking like, this motherfucker is gonna be like, yeah, it's the marionette spider. And he's like, it's the puppet spider. And I said, well, how? I was like, listen, I was like, anybody would get those two confused. Like, anybody. Any rational person. Any one of them would get those confused. Like, that is unfair. That is unfair to sit there and be like, haha, stupid. Like, any reasonable, logical person would get those two confused. So I don't want the sass. I don't want the sass. I don't want to hear it. That is unfair. Men. That's why I don't date men. No, I'm just kidding. It's why I'm gay. It's just ridiculous. But it's fun times. Like, you always need those friends that just give you a hard time just because. Like, I don't, in my opinion, it is not a friendship if you do not give each other a hard time. Like, I think a friendship of any sort would be seriously lacking if you do not give each other a hard time in that sort of manner. And that, like I said, that's just my personal opinion. Doesn't have to hold true for you, but that is how it holds for me. Oh, am I gonna run into... Oh, he's going to Zone 5. Alright. To Zone 5 it is, then. Shoo! Ooh, is there a little hidey hole in here? Whoa. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, so this is like a secretive sort of area. So, like, my brain tells me that there has to be something interesting here that I might be missing, and yet I don't see anything. Unless I go over there. So is there something secretive over here? Because we have plenty of time to, like, kill Rathalos. Oh, that's underneath the bridge. Screw it. I'm probably close, and then people are gonna, like, start screaming at me and be like, oh my god, you missed, like, the secret, or whatever, and I'll be like, oh, okay. I mean, I'm gonna eventually go back and get all the relic records anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Shoo! Wishaw! Okay, so, Rathalos is in Zone 5. We now have enough, like, freaking spear birds to freaking last a lifetime. So we're gonna go ahead and go to Zone 5, if my dog doesn't kill me first. We are gonna go to Zone 5. But yeah, no, true friendship is literally giving your friends hell, because you love them. Like, that is just the truth. And, tormenting them in a loving way. Obviously, there's a difference between fun and toxicity. So... don't get the two confused. Hi! Orion's like, wow, what a frightful monster! Yeah, it's a fucking dragon! Like, what do you mean, oh, a frightful monster? Of course it's a frightful monster. It's a freaking dragon! Those aren't normal! Like... It's not like it's a Bombadgy, like, it's a whole ass dragon! What really gets me, though, is you obviously, like, have dragons, and then you have freaking elder dragons. So, like, what is really stopping something like a Rathalos from becoming an elder dragon? Like, is an elder dragon... I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is that there are elder dragons, in this universe. Clearly the elder dragons, like, reproduce, right? Because you will kill... Whoa. you will kill Kushaladora, like, multiple times, right?
Thanks for the support. I'll create a diversion!
But it's like, you will kill Kushaladora several times. And you can carve off of it, create, you know, weapons from it, right? So, with that in mind, clearly, Elder Dragons reproduce, right?
My fury!
And, you know, like with Teostra and Lunastra, even though Lunastra's not in this, we know that, you know, Teostra's considered an Elder Dragon. It reproduces. And yet, it's, you know, what makes it an Elder Dragon? Because you can't even say its age. Because, like I said, you know, the Teostra that we are fighting, you know, could be younger Teostra. So, likewise, the Valstrax or Kushaladora that we were fighting could be younger versions, right? They could be younger than the oldest Rathalos. So, what is it that makes an Elder Dragon in Monster Hunter lore? Like, is it just their powers? Is it the fact that they have higher, like, elemental powers than other ones? I guess I just don't understand.
Leave this monster to me!
Oh, I fucked that up. But I can't steer while
This'll do
flying.
for now.
It's alright, I just want the tail anyways. So let him struggle over there while I, carve up his tail. It's fine.
I'll help myself, thank you.
But yeah, like, that's what I don't understand, because clearly, like, Rathalos is considered the king of the skies. And there's, like, there's other variants. There's, like, Golden Rathalos, which is even more powerful. There's the anomalous Rathalos as well, that are affected by Curio, which we'll get into later. So it's just like, so what I don't understand is how is one considered an Elder Dragon, and yet this very obvious dragon is not dragon? You know? I guess I don't understand that logic. Alright, he's running.
Keep attacking!
But yeah, it's like, I just don't understand that logic in that regard. So, I don't know. And like I said, I'm sure there's like a lore or some sort of like reasoning or logic behind all that. And I just have to like go find it, go look it up. But at the same time, like, I've just yet to do so, so. But I was just curious. Because I know there's somebody that knows. There is somebody that is so deep into Monster Hunter, like, lore and facts that they must have this answer. Or, another thing is it could just be one of those deals where they've just never explained this. It's just, we just kind of accept the fact that there's, we just kind of accept the fact that there are, in fact, Elder Dragons, and people have named them as thus, and we just say, okay. Oof. Oof. Ooh, you're just getting all broken, my buddy. You're looking rough. I just want to capture you, so, like, just get to the blue zone. Oh, because I'm breaking your wings and everything, my guy. So just get into the blue. Get into the blue. And it'll all be okay. Rathalos is meaty. You're a big, meaty boy. But yeah, I was just always, like, kind of curious about that, because, like I said, Elder Dragons, I get that they're dragons, but then you have Rathalos, who's very clearly a dragon, unless it's, like, one of those Charizard things, where it's like, actually, it's more like a lizard, like a salamander with, like, wings. And, like, and what's crazy is if Rathalos isn't considered a dragon, then I think that's kind of silly, considering the fact that you have, like, something like Teostra. And Teostra is, freaking a lion.
I placed a trap!
Over here, buddy. Nope, nope, nope. Come over here. Land. Come on. Land. Over here. Come on. Come on. Please. Come here. Come here. Come here. No. Fuck. Over here. Come on. Come. Oh, there you go. There you go. Phew.
Victory!
I felt like I was gonna fuck that up big time. That was fun. That was a good one. That was a goodie. I'm gonna stand in my healing mist. Phew. We did it.
Our quest is completed!
But yeah. I've been watching this guy, and I forget his name, but I've been watching him play Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. And he really makes it look cool, but what's crazy is I know that all the bad stuff's edited out, and I know that, you know, he just keeps, like, the funny parts in, and the parts where he succeeds rather than the parts that he fails. Whew. And I'm always so worried, because I'm like, I want to get back into it, but Roto doesn't want to play it with me.
I'm having a sale.
Ooh, I'll take a free trap, yeah. Oh.
Passable prize.
Alright, well. You know, you can't win them all, I guess. Dude, I got my crystal cluster. I'm happy, you know? Like, until I see something else that I want, then I'm good with that.
Thank you for your patronage.
So who was I turning this freaking thing into? Oh, not you, but... Thank you for taking buddies on the hunt. I got my Lagny apple. Let's see. Gathering Hub. Oh, you wanted the Rathalos.
Working hard?
Your timing couldn't be better. A reward from the guild has just been delivered. Lately, the guild's been stepping in to investigate monster activity near the village. Today, you've made a very important contribution. As a reward, the guild has shared schematics for a new kind of weapon. Sworn Rapiers and Altair. Nice. I really wish that there was a long sword that I could, like, look at, but okay, I guess not. Alright, so now that we have gone and captured the Rathalos, I suppose... Ooh, we did a lot of those. Let's see... Bones, hunting... I don't want the account items, but I guess we'll do that. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna have to do the special license because, like,
Have a look.
the rest of these... This is all, like, double creatures, and like I said, these are things I'm gonna do on my own time. So we're gonna go ahead and do the special license test. It wants us to hunt a Rathalos, a Zenogre, and an Amuldrin. Okay.
Be careful out there.
And this... Ooh, a Wreath of Armor. Villagers as thanks for taking on their many... Oh, nice. Anyways, transfer items. Take that. We are going to pick up a pitfall trap. We already did all the rest of that stuff. We should be good to go. I mean, we should have everything. I'm not even gonna bother with, freaking the depart thing just because, like, there's not gonna be a cutscene. There shouldn't be a cutscene. And if there is, I'm gonna cry. Because there shouldn't be one.
That'll do.
Alright. So let's just get into this hellhole. Ugh. Ooh, straight to the shrine ruins. Nice. Let's see. So we have Rathalos in here first. I really wish that by now I did have a better weapon. I'm kind of just disappointed that that's just not the case. So, I'm not gonna worry about collecting too many items, just gonna rush to that spot. I thought there was a jewel lily. somewhere here that would shoot me to the top. Yep, right here. Shoot me to the top. Thanks. Likewise, there should be one over here that'll shoot me to the top. I believe. Thought. I thinked. But I guess I thunked wrong. Oh well. Oh well. Oh no, it's over here, that's why. Fine. Take me. Take me. There we go.
Run! A major, there's the target.
You're gonna roar. I'm gonna flash ya. Stay stunned.
This is gonna hurt.
Stay stunned. Stay angry. This time I'm not capturing you. This time you're just going down.
Any last words?
Who was I fighting again? Rathalos, an ogre, and a Muldrum, right?
Are you
So
ready?
electric Magnum Owl, totally a dragon but not dragon, and Mud Mizitsune, right? See, we can fight in close quarters like this, yeah. We can do that.
I think you've had enough. It's all
I
over
want your
for
tail! Give me your tail! Always do that too. It's so aggressive. I think it's very normal to be that aggressive when you're playing Monster Hunter. Because I was watching that one dude play Generations Ultimate. Yeah! But I was watching that one dude play Generations Ultimate, and he was doing the same thing. He was like, "Give me the tail!" And I was like, I've never seen another game that is so aggressive. Like, give me your tail!
you. For you.
Like, when you're going after certain parts of a monster, it's just very normal.
After it.
I will go after it, here in a moment. Uno momento, por favor. So I feel like... Oh, that's a fishing spot. Because I was like, I feel like there's a secret up there, but... Alright. So he runs away from me, and he's like, aw, yeah, I'm gonna go fight this, like, freaking huge electric guy. Yeah, because that's smart. That's a good idea, you know? Hi, Brewhair.
Excuse me.
It's like, oh yeah, let me just go fight this monster that is probably stronger than I am. It'll be fine, right? Right?
Looks useful.
What is up here? I think it's weird that there's vines here, so this is... Ooh,
Excuse me.
sub cam!
Let's keep it up.
Ooh! I like it. I like it. We love to see it. Woo! Look at that flip. Hell yeah!
A turf war!
A turf war!
You're done for.
Master Sushi, the turf war! We all just say it at the same time. Oh. Oh. Excuse me. I was helping you, I swear.
It's all over for you.
Hmm. No, I swear I was helping out. I promise. I just kind of wanted you to help me fuck up Rathalos, but... Alright, fine, be that way. I'll just go back to fighting Rathalos. No problem here. No freaking problem here, mate.
Some humans could learn from you. This is gonna hurt.
I was just doing it anyways. You just got me started. That's the thing, like... what was it? I know that Roto was always so excited. He was like, oh my gosh, a turf war. And I'm like, does it... I mean, I know that it essentially just gives you, like, a bunch of free damage. But at the same time, like... You're like, bro, is it even... Woo! You're like, dude, is it even really that big of a deal? I feel like it doesn't do as much damage as other people say it does. That's just... That'd be my opinion, anyways. Ugh. Give me all your parts. Give me every one of the parts. I want all of them. Your tail wasn't enough. I'm gonna break your face. I'm gonna break your wings. I'm gonna break your feet. You're nearly dead. So get back here. Let me break the rest of you. Alright, he's gonna run. Which means I'm gonna take this time to sharpen my weapon.
This should fix it!
Which I could have done while riding my dog, but listen, Rathalos will die. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna get to him fast enough. So you don't have to worry. Don't panic your little heads off. It'll be okay. It'll be alright. Because while my dog can't climb walls, he can climb vines with his little claws. Did you not get to have your nap? Did I interrupt your nap? Oh, I'm sorry I interrupted your nap. Man, that's rough. I want a nap. Must be nice to be a dragon all day. Just nap. Have people scared of you. I don't know where that tangent was going.
Myself, thank you.
I don't know, I'm filled full of mashed potatoes, country fried steak, and coffee. I'm full of the blood of the great US of A. That was the one thing when I was living in Germany, I missed so much. Like, I loved the food in Germany, don't get me wrong. It was so clean, so delicious, and some of it, whoa, was just so heavy and hearty. Loved it. Loved every bit of it. But, like, there was just some foods that I missed. Like, I just missed so much from home. And I was just like, yeah. I think the biggest thing that was making me homesick was, the holidays especially. Just, like, those big feasts and stuff. Like, they would have, obviously, like, big feasts and whatnot, but I don't know. There was just... It wasn't the same sort of atmosphere. Like, definitely. But it was crazy coming back. I lived in Germany for 2.5 years, and then I came back to the United States, and it was such a culture shock. The first thing my mom did, like, the next day after I arrived home, because I arrived home at, like, 10 p.m. at night or whatever, the next day my mom was like, oh, we gotta go shopping for ingredients, because it was, like, near Christmas Eve or whatever. She's like, we gotta go shopping for ingredients. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know. I didn't really question it. I just said, okay, we gotta go shopping for ingredients. And, my mom took me to a Walmart. And the thing is like, when I was in Germany, like, the Aldis and stuff, super quiet. Like, everybody was just very respectful. You know, like, I don't know, everybody, like, kind of, like, knew, like, where to walk and how to talk to one another and use their inside voices. And everybody was very, very, very polite. Yeah, no, I went into that Walmart with my mom, and I told her to never take me back there ever again. Like, I had a panic attack. And the thing is, like, I wasn't even prone to panic attacks. But I got in there because I see all these people, like, mind you, crazy crowds of people, because the holidays and stuff. Found a crazy, crazy crowd of people. And, you know, the families, it was ridiculous. Like, I saw this woman with like 3 kids. The kids are all screaming and whatever, and I hear, Bobby Ann, you put your hand on that cart or I swear I'ma whoop you. And I was, oh man, I was like hyperventilating. I was like, what is this barbaric crowd of people?
You're done for!
And I was like, hideous creatures, all of them, savages. Like, I don't know, it was weird. I just could not for the life of me understand it. I was just freaking out. Ooh, he's supercharged. He's supercharged, he's super mad.
This is gonna hurt!
He big mad. We haven't even fought a Muldrin, like, I don't even remember when a Muldrin showed up. Ooh. I mean, we're not gonna time out or nothing, but I don't know, we might, but I always say that and then, like, I have plenty of time, but...
Show you
Yeah.
mercy.
Sir, got up in my face and I got a scared. Our prey is weak and ripe for the capture.
Wonderful work, my friend.
Thanks. Hi-ya! Hi. Oh, I knocked the zap right out of you, huh? Eh?
It's severely wounded.
It's severely
Let
wounded.
us move.
Give me you. I'm just gonna, like,
Not quite sharp enough.
freaking enjoy this little leisurely stroll towards my prey. But yeah, no, the environment in Germany and the environment in America is like the United States. It's just very, very, very different. And like, I feel kind of silly that sometimes I feel silly about how homesick I got, considering the fact that like there's really just, I don't know, I don't really consider there to be anything super special about the United States. Everything's big, public transportation sucks, like, I don't know, like, I can't, you know, our healthcare is all fucked up, like, what am I missing, really, you know, outside of, like, more preservatives and, shittier,
Put this to good use.
you know, more preservatives and more sugar and bigger portions, you know? I think that's what kind of, like, made me laugh. I remember in Germany, I would try and, like, buy a Mountain Dew and, what was it? Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper. And because they don't allow, like, all the same, like, preservatives and stuff in Germany, because they have, like, cleaner eating, like, cleaner food, I freaking... Like, some of the sodas should have just been criminal. Like, they were gross. Like, it's insane how gross they were. Like, they all kind of, like, felt like they were uncarbonated, which was crazy. Like, but they weren't. And then, like, you had, freaking,
Put this to good use.
Dr. Pepper, which was, like, ultra carbonated. So all the Mountain Dews tasted flat. All the Dr. Peppers freaking, tasted like they were out to punch you in your face.
Excuse me.
There were sodas I'd never even heard of. But what was funny is I found an import soda shop right down my road where I was living in Germany. And the dude had, like, vanilla, cherry, Dr. Pepper, and, like, all the flavors that you could get in America. It wasn't even import sodas like, oh, these are from Japan or whatever. No, it was all from America. It was just American soda. But, like, it was really funny because their Fanta... their Fanta orange is like a real orange over there in Germany, and they don't have other Fanta flavors because they don't really have like the ways to properly implement the flavors in a way that would taste good or make sense, I guess. And so this import soda shop had like Fanta grape and all this other stuff, and oh, I was just like, I found it so entertaining. I thought it was so funny, and it's so sad. But yeah, it was so funny and so sad, because obviously these things are just hella unhealthy. Like, horribly unhealthy for you. And yet I was so happy because the only thing I wanted for the 2.5 years I was gone was I really, really wanted a root beer. Which I was kind of, like, shocked that they didn't have root beer. And then I just realized, like, the amount of, like, sassafras and things like that, the amount of sugar that goes into it with the sassafras probably was just really unhealthy. What? I can't run into the, I can't run into the waterfall because it's a fucking fishing spot. That is disappointing. That is disappointing. A Maldron part's broken. I mean, it's good, I guess, but doesn't change the fact that I just want the... No, I don't want to fish. 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 I just want the part. Give. Jesus. Just get me out of this corner. Yeah, get me out of this corner. Get me out of this corner. Get me out of this corner. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Ugh. Okay. Phew! That scared the shit out of me. Okay, yeah, you run away.
Don't let it get away.
you know, you do that, sir.
Let us move.
Lucky life found. Where? Oh. Give me you. Now you'll receive more rewards. Cool, thanks. It's a lot of lucky life, but God, that scared me. Whew. Anywho. But yeah, no, living in Germany was an amazing experience. I miss it all the time.
Looks useful.
But at the same time, I have elderly parents, you know, like, my mom's not elderly, but my dad's pretty much there, you know, he's 72, and, you know, like, when your parents are older and not in, like, the best of health, like, it really changes the way that you see things, because you're like, okay, I want to do all these things, but my parents also don't have a lot of time. And I'm still young myself, so I definitely have time to do all the things that I still want to do. Which, you know, living in another country for... Nice. Living in another country for freaking 2.5 years, I mean... And being able to go to Italy and everything else that I got to do. I definitely am not, like, deprived of anything.
I'll help myself, thank you.
I was going to help myself, but... I take too much risks when it comes to getting those tails, dude. I can't help myself, though. Whoa. Plus, a Mildred, like, hits hard.
Sorry, but duty calls.
Worth it. But yeah, no, often people ask me, like, why I moved back, and it's really just, I'm like, nah, homesickness. You know, I grew up out in the country, and also it was really hard because, like, I noticed that as an American, I have hobbies, like, that Germans don't really, necessarily approve of. They're a very social people, and, me, I'm an introvert. So they tended to see my hobbies as odd. Not necessarily odd, but like just kind of like unbecoming. Especially when it came to like, even if I did social stuff, it was stuff like airsoft, which they kind of saw as violent and kind of barbaric. At least the people that I lived with, or they just didn't understand it. And then like I missed simple foods, like I missed like peanut butter and jelly. And what was crazy is I didn't really understand, or I didn't realize that other people do not eat peanut butter and jelly, and that that's a very American food. And so what was funny to me was I actually freaking what was it? I
placed the trap! It sprung the trap!
there. But what really got me, no wonder that was so tanky, it was the largest size. Whew. But what really got me is my friends there was like, oh my gosh, do you guys really eat peanut butter and jelly? And I was like, well, yeah. I was like, do you not? And they were like, ew, no, that sounds disgusting. We don't really eat peanut butter that much. Which their peanut butter is really nasty because it's more like natural, so it's not as sweet. And I was like, okay. And they're like, will you make me a peanut butter jelly sandwich? Well, I happened to have a soldier friend that was able to get me like American, like, you know, peanut butter and all this other stuff. Commendation. Nice. Ooh, Rathalos plate. Nice. So I was able to get the ingredients like from America to make a peanut butter and jelly, and oh my gosh, they did not like it. They were like, oh, this is gross. And they're like, I feel sick. I'm like, damn, it's not that bad. Chill. A large horde of rampaging monsters is threatening the village. The Hunters Guild investigation have revealed a monster directing the rampage from the center of the horde. It seems an apex has appeared. This powerful monster lords over enormous territory. At some point, it must have joined the rampage and taken command of part of the horde. Samutari, when Haj has that look on his face, it means you best be real careful.
Yeah.
An experienced hunter's senses are finely tuned on what's going on. This ain't gonna be your average hunt. Even so, we can't change our course now. Like before, the villagers will defend the perimeter while you focus on inside. And Azeros is the apex monster leading the assault. Take it down, and Kimura is safe. Now go get to it. Alright, so apex monsters are horrid.
Welcome to the hub.
An urgent quest has come for you. It's an Apex Azeros, blah 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 blah. I needn't tell you how dangerous they are, but Hinoa has a particularly bad feeling about this one. Master Hojo shares her unease. Tread carefully out there. Hinoa and Master Hojo are rarely wrong about these things. Well then, best of luck to you.
Special quest has been added.
So, the good thing about these urgent quests is, like I said, we are pretty much done with solo play, and while we can do solo play, it kind of blends into the hub quests. So I'm probably going to do this as a hub quest, and I'm going to invite other people, to help, because I do not like the rampage. And as you can see, only hub progress is now showing instead of solo quest progress. So yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm definitely not a fan of rampage stuff. I'm definitely not a fan of, apex monsters, because they are super tough. So we will probably tackle that in the next episode. I will be asking for help, from randos online so that we can do that, and it's not so frustrating, because otherwise I will want to throw my controller. But anyways, thank you guys so much for enjoying and liking and whatever with these videos. I don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. There we go. And yeah, leave a like if you like these videos, and if you're enjoying them. I am enjoying making them and playing this game for you. And yeah, if you just want to talk about Monster Hunter lore, your favorite Monster Hunter games, or your favorite monsters, I mean, yeah, just leave me comments in the comment section down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Alright. Ciao, you guys.